it's time for finals, though it's not necessarily the last match because the winner goes to grand finals against the winner of the other division. Anyway, it's our match against Hop we faced during the regular season, and I managed to win fairly smoothly last time with Belly Drum Azumarill thanks to Earthworm and Sinistra support, though I don't think it will be as easy this time around because they could run Ace Dust Noir, they have a Rillaboom that they didn't bring last time and they definitely expect this time. They also have Zapdos and different ones in their team can burn Taunt. So I actually think it's not a very easy matchup, and didn't have too much time to prep this week, but I've built something that it's a bit of a gamble potentially, but I'm trying to surprise them, kinda expecting them to go hard in counter teaming Belly Drum Azumarill because of how big of a threat it was last time. So this is what I'm bringing. Roaring Moon last time was support with Tailwind. Snarl didn't come to the match because they didn't rely on Tailwind much, and this time around I'm bringing it offensive as a different mode from the main one. And basically this set with Terra Flying will be immune to Earth Power from Ursaluna, and with Throat Chop it can stop Hyper Voice. This way I don't get any damage from Hyper Voice from Ursaluna. And regarding Blood Moon, the move, I can either protect or be potentially behind sub to kind of stall it. And this would potentially allow me to have a Roaring Moon behind sub that can be touched by the opposing Ursaluna. Landorus is basically the same as last time, just a bit faster. And this time Azumarill is coming Sub-Zipper to stop Rillaboom, and it goes for Perish because I have a weird Perish mode, but I think I can win with it with Gothitelle going for Fake Out plus Fling to basically have a secondary Fake Out, and Sinistra going for Healing, Redirecting, and Eject Button. Earthworm with Shed Tail can help a bit in the Perish mode. It's not the best Perish mode, but it's draft, and I think I can pull off one, maybe even two games with this mode. And it's a bit of a gamble. Last time I won with Belly Drum. It was the first time I brought Belly Drum in the draft, and this is the first time I'm bringing Perish, so given its finals and it's a tough matchup, I say it's now or never basically, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so I can see already there is the Ursaluna, Dusknoir, Rillaboom and Magmar, which is the main mode I was expecting. Theta was also interesting, that can be annoying for Perish. And I'm a bit surprised to see Escadrille. I don't think it really holds any value here. I was expecting more Zapdos, but let's see. Okay, so I'm thinking whether I want to go with the Roaring mode. That said, they do not have Tailwind, so I'm expecting them to go Trick Room almost instantly. So I'm thinking I'll just go directly Gothitelle, Azumarill, Sinistra and Earthworm, because Earthworm looks great here. Basically nothing but Mortar touches it, and I mean I don't have setup, but it's mostly as a safe switch-in option, and that's the main goal. So I can more safely go for the Trick Room mode. Like Landorus isn't bad either, but Rillaboom is very annoying for it. I keep roaring for a second game basically. Let's see how it goes. The opponent said I might stall a bit just to take notes. Let's see. Okay, so for now, for this season I went undefeated, just lost 2 games in total, but not a single match. Would be nice to win it all, like, would be kind of sad to lose at this point, but we'll see. This is like a very tough matchup, and it's a bit scary for sure, so I'm not entirely convinced and I'm taking a big gamble, but let's see what they lead for. It's Rillaboom and it's Grassy Seed. Okay, he's already seen my set, my items, and with Grassy Seed I can kind of expect them not to be U-turn, potentially might be like set up. Oh, they introduce notation like contact no effect on shutdown. Nice, I missed that. So I think I'll just go for Fake Out and Perish Song for now. I'm kinda hoping to be faster. I don't want to go for double protect for now or even fling Dusknoir yet because I don't want to lose momentum, and not revealing I'm Sub-Zipper instantly might be great. Of course though, leading like this is kinda screaming Perish Song, especially if they see Mental Herb Azumarill. Yeah, like Frisk is great in draft, but we see. I just hope they don't stall too much. I don't want to be rude with timer, but I also don't want to take too much time. Okay, I'm faster and I get off the Perish mode. Amazing. Oh, it's Poltergeist and they missed. Okay, that's definitely annoying for them, of course. And good thing though is I can fling the Rillaboom, which removes my item and makes me immune to Poltergeist, and I can anchor them into Poltergeist to stop them from setting Trick Room. So the Rillaboom will not move again, and that was the idea. Anchor them into Poltergeist, which fails. That's great already. So now I just go for Protect, and I'll switch into Earthworm. Wait. Yeah, because I don't think I might set up light screen now. Like, unless like they are Terra Grass Wood Hammer, I shouldn't die, but I don't want to risk it. And I just go for Earthworm switch in. Like, of course, they can just switch out Dusknoir if they want. So Wood Hammer, that's fine. Poltergeist, that's fine. And now like the Rillaboom should die unless it's like Grassy Seed with the U-turn, which would be a bit weird, so I don't really expect that. So I'm going for a Sinistra switch in. I think maybe I should just go Azumarill and Shed-Tail. That will give me a Gothitelle behind Sub, which is great as well. Okay, Shed-Tail here, Gothitelle comes in, and okay. I skipped the turn, my bad, but I'm getting Perish off, so that's amazing. Oh, it's also Unnerved Teeter. Okay, that kind of feels bad for them. I'm sorry for them. Like, I think they wanted probably Sandstorm given they have Excadrill. Okay, it's Special Teeter. So I'm happy I went like full special bulk with Azumarill. Now I can go for double protect and also put like light screen last second on Gothitelle, which is nice given they have a special teeter. Okay, Hyper Voice. I shouldn't reveal my other moves honestly, and so I'm just gonna go for Earthworm and protect again the Gothitelle. This first game is won, which is great, so protect and protect. Okay, so at least I managed to win already one game with Perish. The fact their Dusknoir is Poltergeist and they immediately went for Poltergeist, I mean, they probably might have done that because of Trick Room, though it's also a bit weird, like, I mean, the damage on the Azumarill was not a lot, so I don't expect them to be choice banned, but might be a bit more offensive than last time. Also, like, a bit weirded out by that. I was more expecting, like, Haze for sure. So, I mean, if they have Poltergeist, I assume they removed Nightshade. That's fine. Also, my Gothitelle seems to be faster than the Rillaboom. I mean, it was, so that's also great. And I could try and do that again. Like, it didn't seem too bad of a plan, so I could go for like Gothitelle, Azumarill, Sinistra and Earthworm. I could try that again. I mean, I know like it would be probably better if I change plan because it's harder for it to work 2 times in a row, but it's also kind of fun to use it, so I kind of want to try it again. Though of course, like given what they brought, it seems like Landorus Earthworm Roaring would be also great. So they went for Tyranitar, Dusknoir lead, and like I could go for Fling. I mean Fake Out again, but I'd rather Fling their Tyranitar. I guess I could have gone for Fling earlier to scout their speed stat, but I don't think they are plus speed, so I'll go Fling rather than Fake Out, so I can keep the Poltergeist immunity. And I also play up around the potential Terragosa, because in testing Tyranitar was a bit annoying with Terragosa. Okay. Oh, it's red card. Okay, that was unexpected. I guess it was really for like Perish in a way. But that's also fine because I can go for like I brought Whirlpool, so that's also fine. I can do these. I think maybe I should go directly Gothitelle in case they switch out Dusknoir, and I can instead go for Anchor on the Dusknoir in case they go for, I mean if they decide, I mean they probably are main speed, right? So I think I should just go for Whirlpool on Tyranitar. It's a bit of a weird spot because I'm immune to Poltergeist, so that shouldn't be an issue. They seem to be special Tyranitar. I'm weirded out by the fact they have not got Sensory, because there is an Excadrill and like Mold Breaker doesn't make much. Oh wait, it could be a Mold Breaker because they might be scared of Earthworm due to last time, so. But again, like I don't see. Okay, maybe they went unnerved because they were scared of Belly Drum Azumarill and like it's to stop Citrus Berry recovery. Okay, that makes sense. So I think given they didn't answer that and like my previous message, it's probably that it actually is intentional. Okay, Terra Dark, not what I was expecting, but got it at leaves. Okay, great. And I'm gonna go for Protect and Protect. Well, I actually should go for Protect and switch in Earthworm, because this way I can Shed Tail out. I should have also not gone for Whirlpool, but actually clicked Perish Song again. Yeah, I'm not playing this one very well actually, now that I think about it. But it's okay. Like Tyranitar Perish is next turn, so that's okay. But yeah, I'm definitely in a bad spot. I'm also okay, yeah, I probably go Landorus in the next game. Definitely have like Ice Beam, I think. Okay, so maybe what I can do is bring basically Sinistra to heal, and I go for. I'm not sure because I might have to try double protect later, but I can go for Body Burst or Shed Tail. I don't think I can go for Shed Tail because of Unnerve for now, so I just go like these. Hyper Voice triggers these, so I can bring in Azumarill. Okay, and now I can go for Fake Out Perish again in front of their Ursaluna. Wow, that Tyranitar is hitting hard the Earthworm. That's a nice tech. Like, assuming the Dusknoir doesn't have any other attacking move, I I could still potentially win with Perish here. And there is of course the opportunity for them to still win this. I mean, they shouldn't come in with Dasunar, but maybe like Rillaboom if they brought that. But even then, should be fine. Because I mean, because I can Terra Azumarill Rock. I don't think they go Earth Power that turn, but of course it's not a great position. I'm very well surprised because they went hard into countering Perish. It's a bit weird they went this hard to counter Perish because I never brought it this season, and to me it feels like Belly Drum was more of an issue for them last time. But also, like, at the same time, they did counter the Belly Drum mode a bit better this time around. Okay, Heatwave. Okay, and of course the spot is not great. Now I can go for... so assuming they go for Earth Power here, and they also go for Heatwave. Wait, I don't think Gothita leaves Heatwave behind Light Screen, right? Well, I think it might if I heal, right? So if I go like, I mean, if I could switch out Protect, Sinistcha dies from Heatwave, I come back in, but then Gothita is too low. So I think I kind of have to gamble this way and go for healing plus Light Screen, which I've not yet revealed. And hoping they go for like Earth Power here plus Heatwave, then maybe like Sinistcha dies, and this way like Gothita lives one more turn and I can protect later. And most importantly, Azumarill leaves, which could be important to set up a Perish again against the Dasunar. I'm surprised also I haven't seen any Taunt yet. Okay, Follow Me is weird. Hyper Voice is even weirder, but it's okay because I really don't get this move. Like, I guess like what? I mean, they have Heatwave. Like, why Follow Me? Like, Shonaim support. So I'm very weirded out by that one move, but I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that. And I think I should go for Double Protect right now, and yeah. They're keeping clicking, like, they keep clicking Hyper Voice. I don't think it's the right move for them to do. I think they should go for Earth Power. And at the same time, I'm kinda unsure, because if their Dasunar is lower than me, I don't wanna basically, if they're lower than me, I don't want to Perish necessarily if they can set Trick Room. And I think I'm gonna Rage Powder here. I can go for Life Dew, and on Azumarill switch Sheen. This way, if they go for Poltergeist, I have still someone immune to their attack. Let's see. They should go for Earth Power. Like, yeah, fuck, I die. I was hoping I would survive. I guess I shouldn't have switched that out. And like now it's a PP stall. Okay, they have Will-O-Wisp. Okay, that's also important to know. Okay, I kinda threw this. Maybe I could have won with Perish Song plus Anchor, and I should have just sucked Gothitelle. This feels like more of a mess up on my side, and also feels like it was definitely winnable for Perish as well. Like, I could go Landorus or Thorn. Like, they showed me their answers to that mode. Like, it's red card Tyranitar, right? And I could just Terra Gothitelle turn 1 and go for Flinga on Dust Noir, and go for Perish, and from there I can go for Light Screen and Perish again for a switch Sheen and stall it out. Orthworm was not great, that's for sure. and I could switch out Orthworm. So, because I'm not sure Roaring would be too great either, due to their Torrenter being Dark, and I'm scared for it with Ursaluna. Also, they might go Exca potentially. So I think I'll go for Gotitel plus. I've not revealed the Terra on Gotitel, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, so I'll go for Gotitel plus Azumarill still, and I'll bring in the back Sinistra and Landorus basically. I think I'll do this, and I also want to check damage calc on the. I'm sorry, not Landorus, Gotitel. I should be about 92 to 144, like Dust Noir with Poltergeist. Also, they reveal Poltergeist, Trick, and Will-O-Wisp. I guess they need to have these. And yeah, like, because my Roaring does have Throat Chop and Acrobatics, could be good. I don't know if I'm messing it up, but like, it also doesn't feel great bringing Orthworm here, given the damage from Terra Dark Dark Pulse. Okay, like, this is what I was talking about, because now, I mean, they could go for like the Terra Dark Pulse in a way, and I can also go for, as I was saying, Terra Rock Fling plus Perish Song, because if they go for Terra Dark Pulse this way, at least it's neutral. If I go for Fling here, I kinda don't want, because it's red card and it messes up my move order. So I just kinda ignore Tyranitar for that. And hopefully it's good enough. I also don't want to go instantly with Light Screen plus like Terra Rock, because of the potential for double up. So I just go for Terra Rock and Fling. It's called Burberry. Okay, interesting. I went for Dark Pulse. Great. Now I can go for Light Screen. Plus I can Perish Song again. Because I don't really need to do anything else with the Azumarill. So I'll just go for Perish Song again in case they bring in Ursa to do some early damage. Because their Dusknoir doesn't really do much here. Maybe they can go for a Will-O-Wisp if they want, but that's not gonna do much. I expect them to be like Dark Pulse, what's the other move? Thunderbolt, Protect, Ice Beam at this point. Like, yeah, that's totally fine. And then I can go for Protect plus bring in Landorus as U-turn. And basically I can kill both Torrenter and Rillaboom, though in 2 different turns. It's probably Sword Dance Rillaboom at this point, I think. Okay, right, this is fine. The Torrenter dies next turn, and I can go for Azumarill switch in, plus I'll go for U-turn. I also don't want to directly switch in into Gotitel because I want to get a Woodhammer. I guess actually the safest move for me is to switch in Sinistra. This way, basically I can U-turn in Azumarill on a Woodhammer, and if they Woodhammer Sinistra instead, I can always bring in Gotitel anyway. Like, yeah, like this. I get to activate Edget button and bring in Gotitel, and I expect they went for Ice Beam here. Yeah. Okay, so I can go for I don't like. I could fake out the Rillaboom actually, just because. Like, no, I should not. I should bring in Sinistra and the Perish Song. This way I can redirect a Blood Moon next turn and Perish Song again. Okay, great, amazing. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. And now I should be able to go for Rage Powder and Perish Song. Even in case of a full para, I then would be able to go for Fake Out Perish Song when a Sinistra dies eventually. Like, okay, yeah, like that's kind of what I wanted to avoid, but you know, it happens. So I kind of go for Fake Out, Protect the Sinistra, and I switch in Landors, I think. I can like just stall out the Ursaluna's death. Poltergeist, it's fine. Hyper Voice, it's also fine. And now I can go Gothitelle because even Sinistra should win alone because I don't have the item anymore. And I can go for Stomping Tantrum on Dusknoir. Let's see if they go for Hyper Voice or Earth Power, like that's fine. And I can go for Light Screen and the Perish Song. I mean, Light Screen doesn't do anything really. But yeah, I managed to win a Wink at this point with Perish, and that was a goal. And I mean, at this point should be a win anyway. They say like, oh, I'm so shit because they switched in on a Perish Song, but I think like even if they didn't switch there, like doing Poltergeist or anything else wouldn't have helped them, and Dusknoir would have been in Perish, and next turn I would have still gone for Rage Powder plus Perish, so unless a full para I would have still been in a great position anyway. And yeah, like I can go for Protect, GG. And I can now bring in Sinistra to heal, as I killed Azumarill with the Perish Song. Yeah. Nice one. Okay. Okay, so we won finals of the division, and next week is grand finals. Okay, so time for grand finals. Sorry for the delay. I've been a bit busy, went on vacation for a week, and then there was Champions, so I was playing that. Anyway, grand finals was also a rematch. This one was a week where I won 2-1 thanks to Tundurus Terrais, though it was very close and it was a tough matchup. So I've basically prepared something slightly different this time around. There is still the core that let me win last time, which was Roaring Moon with Lisette, Tundrus and Cleavor, because I think they were solid enough that even in case of replaying the match, they could basically be useful. I'm bringing Azumarill with huge power again, because it was great with Flare Up plus Liquidation into the team. Last time I think I was Mystical Water, maybe? No, I was Clear Amot. This time around I went Lumberry, because I don't want to risk burns from Sacred Fire or Scald Milotic. And as I'm bringing Gothitelle this time around, I think I have less reasons to bring Clear Amulet. And the idea this time around is to fit a soft Perish mode rather than hard Perish or no Perish, because last time the combination of Screamtail, Milotic were a bit hard to remove. Also, the Hydrapple was very threatening, so this is what I thought about this time. And basically, Gothitelle and Azumarill Sinistra give me a soft Trick Room mode with Perish for those very bulky mons. But I'm keeping huge power over Subsipper because huge power Play Rough and huge power Liquidation can take out important threats in their team, such as Chempao, Entei, Landros, and Dragapult, and this kind of mix. Unfortunately, I already played this match on my phone as I was away, so I couldn't record it live, so we'll have to watch replays, but I hope it can be interesting anyway. So this is game 1. We both brought the same 6, except they changed Landros for Dragapult, and they changed Itran for Gotitel, sorry. So game 1, I went for a Gotitel Azumarill lead, because as I said, this is the plan with Azumarill being offensive and having a soft perish mode. And with Screamtail Chempao, I prepared Terrafire just as a defensive Terra with Gotitel. Because I don't want to risk Anchor from Screamtail on a Perish mode, I immediately went for Trick Room Perish. And I was surprised to see them going for a Howl strategy. But luckily for me, they were not Focus Sash. I doubled the Chempao with Psychic Noise in case they had like a defensive Terra. But luckily they were not Sash, so that was good for me. And the soft perish mode was working amazing against Screamtail, and the offensive Azumarill was doing its job. So they brought Entei, which was Terra Electric this time. Of course, I did not expect that, but Azumarill was bulky enough to tank it anyway. And of course, now perish is about to end, so I went for a double switch. And watching here, like, that's like a great position, and thanks to eject button also letting me switch out again. There is the Hydrapple, which is the other big issue for the team, and their Entei did not protect, so I assume could be like item lock that they didn't even go for a speed, or maybe it's Assault Vest. Last time they were Focus Sash, but I don't think they are this time around. And yeah, so I won thanks to the mix perish offensive Azumarill, plus Cleaver was a great game at cleaning the Hydrapple. So for game 2, I decided to swap my lead, I believe, yeah, because I thought I could go for a fast mode, as they might have gone for an Hydrapple lead, trying to counter the Trick Room mode, and they went Dragapult Milotic, and they were Scarf. I did test in the past versus Scarf Dragapult, though I did versus like a physical Dragapult, so I thought I would tank the Dragon Darts. I did not account for Draco Meteor, so I just died turn 1, unfortunately, and their Dragapult lived Stone Axe, and they didn't go for Terra Milotic, like I was used to last time, them going for Terra Fairy with the fairy move that it learns, but the Disarming Voice. That was not the case this time around, thanks to their Scarf Dragapult, which took me by surprise. Unfortunately, I did not have Aqua Jet on me this time around, so I was already in a terrible position on this game 2. And also them having Icy Wind put me in a terrible spot here. Yeah, they also changed to Terra Steel Milotic, which means it's very hard to KO this time around. So they prepped really well with their changes. And yeah, Cleaver survives the Icy Wind, but it's a terrible position. I was hoping for a free switch potentially. But at this point in time, like Azumarill Terra Fairy takes too much from their Leaf Storms anyway. And they are Rosalie Berry, which let them tank Azumarill very well, and of course puts me in a terrible spot. But as Put said, we both did great prep around this time. So let's see how it goes. Like game 2, at this point I'm in a terrible spot. I need to try and flinch with Rock Slide, but of course I also die by Recoil, and that's not enough to win the game. So off to game 3, like the Tailwind mode is very threatened by Dragapult. I do have Terra Steel on the Roaring mode, so I could lead Roaring again and opt to Terra Steel, though Terra Steel is potentially risky if they lead something like Entei, or if I am going fast mode, I might want my Tundrus to go for Terra Ice in order to KO the Hydrapple, so that's also something to consider, and that's also why I chose not to do it. And I tried to go Gotitel Azumarill again, as they led Chempao Dragapult, and as I know they were Scarf, I went for a double protect to scout what they prepared. And they did amazing prep as they ran a Terra Scarf Poison, which I did not expect at all with this set. Like, Terra Poison would threaten Azumarill. And before the match, I was a bit unsure whether I wanted to run a Terra Steel or Fairy on Azumarill. I ended up going for Terra Fairy because it KO'd Hydreiple without Roseli Berry, of course. And I thought it would be good defensively anyway, as they have no poison type in the team, and their steel type was not very bringable here. But unfortunately, I kind of took too much from the fairy moves, and also the poison moves did like from Dragapult will be very threatening, of course. So I went for Sinistcha to guarantee a safe Trick Room position. And I was slightly surprised to see Sucker Punch from their Chien-Pao. I kind of expected it to be Ice Shard because of my Landorus more than Sucker Punch. But of course, that's also reasonable. And unfortunately, I had to double up their Dragapult because Psychic Noise alone does not KO. I should have probably considered running Psychic, but I ended up with Psychic Noise because I wanted to have a check for Recovery Melodic in case Perish was not strong enough. And of course, in this position I'm at a disadvantage now because Hydreiple is tough to take down, and they also have a Melodic, and I'm not in a good position to Perish anymore because my Gothitelle took too much damage and cannot defensively Terra. So I'm kind of trying to KO the Hydreiple, hopefully. But like, I also try to leave it down to Cleaver. Like, Milotic is probably my biggest issue, because Cleaver can KO Hydreiple but cannot KO Milotic. So that's also why I went on Milotic. And yeah, like, Cleaver at this point can KO the Hydreiple. So I'm potentially in a decent spot. But even like a -2 Fickle Beam doing 50%. To Cleaver was huge. Unfortunately, they took the double power on Hydreiple Fickle Beam, which I think is like a 30% probability of it happening. I'm not sure. So I was expecting to take half the damage and hopefully maybe win with if I read it here right and I Rock Slide, I can KO Chien-Pao and flinch the Hydreiple, but of course now I'm also in Magical Crush range, so I need to opt for a miss, which does not happen. And yeah, that's how I lost Grand Finals, which is a bit unfortunate because I mean, I don't think the double power really mattered anyway. It was in a bad spot and they played amazingly. It's a bit unfortunate because I went undefeated the whole season and I just lost the Grand Finals. But anyway, I'm happy about how it went. I was the winner of my division, just lost the Grand Finals, even though I beat them during the regular season. But they played amazingly, the sets were nice, they did amazing prep. I should have probably changed more things in my team, especially on the Azumarill. I could have used a more defensive item maybe. But overall, it was a great season, and of course, now we move to Champions. I will start soon another draft in Champions. I will play on Switch this time around, so better graphics. So see you next time.